effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Christie is out there with Flag. And it's Marshall in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Up to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound, Greg. Two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Over Marshall. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Count it.
Well, hey, P.J. Washington, such a selfless teammate, very pretty pass.
Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now here's Edwards. 5 on the clock. Outside for Randall. No good with the triple. Over to the left wing. On the wing, Christie. Here's Flag. Washington sets the pick for Flag. No good from outside. Flag's gone 1 of 3 on the night. DiVincenzo against Christie. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
If the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Pass to Christie. Gafford with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Now Christie. From downtown, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Now Gafford, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Back to Gafford. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Randall. Gafford against Gobert. And here is DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Now here's Randall. He's covered by Washington. Shot on the wing. Randall with the bucket.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Now Flag. Christie with the screen on DiVincenzo. And a wide open look for Flag. Off target with his 3.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Randall. Out to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
Here's Flag. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Pass to Washington. It's stolen by Randall. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Outside, Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. There's the triple. And finished off by Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
Pass to Marshall. Flag sets a screen for Marshall. Down low. Trying to end the drought. And it's Washington missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
That free throw good from Randall. And now that we are well past the halfway point of the season, DB, what are you most looking forward to?
I think, Kevin, this is the first time of the year where you start to consider, well, I'll tell you, the playoff positioning is starting to take shape. The potential first-round matchups become intriguing. I can't wait to see how things end up.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Gobert dishes to Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Gobert. 5 to shoot. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Christie. Looking to end the run. And it's Flag missing.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Randall outside. Gobert with a screen on Washington. From the stripe, Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 9.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Timberwolves second.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
Flag with it. Pass to Christie. Now Flag. Christie with the screen for Flag. Back to Christie. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doors, energy on both ends. Threes and defense. That's Max Christie in a nutshell.
The very prototypical Kevin 3-and-D player, but I think what I like about Max is there's room for growth. I think he can deck it and become a playmaker.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Good on the second free throw. And you look at this Timberwolves roster, doors quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back nine and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, two guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
For the screen on Randall. From deep, Washington trains the three-pointer. Washington's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. McDaniels outside. Pass to Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the middle. Here's Gafford. Now, here's Marshall. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. And now, just a 5-point Timberwolves lead. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Randall down low. Washington's on him. Randall passes to Gobert. Randall outside. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Flag. Here's Christie. Now Flag. Marshall sets a screen for Flag. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
This guy is completely out of rhythm this quarter. He just can't get going.
And with the moment here, let's check out the numbers for McDaniels over the last month, getting it done. Averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for Julius Randle. Bones Highland is checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. For the 3. They get it back. The shot's good from Gafford.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Guys, back to you.
Has him bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Minnesota making a switch here. Freeman's checked in. Now, here's Reid. 11 points last game. Highland passes to Conley. Back to Highland. Drills it from outside. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Highland loves the feel of the basketball in his hands, so good to see him effective being off the ball, but ready to fire when he catches it.
Now here's Middleton. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Nembhard. For the screen on Conley. Nembhard for 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. Minnesota leading by 6. To the inside. And stolen by Flag. Here's Middleton. And the layup's good off the glass.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Pass to Dosunmu. Puts up a deep 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And here's Middleton. This one for three. Another miss by Middleton. The Timberwolves shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Here's Freeman. Highland passes to Reed. Outside Conley for three. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Nembhard finds Christie. 107 left to play here in the first.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Freeman following the score by Dallas. Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Pass to Flag. Here's Christie. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Christie's got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Conley. Launches a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford, high post. Pass to Flag. Middleton looking it over with 4 seconds on the clock. And he lays it up and in. Middleton's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Tie game in Minnesota. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Bones Highland. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And that one misses. Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's Nembhard. Still scoreless. Pass to Bagley. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Now here's Conley. The wide open look here for Highland. Nembhard grabs the board.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Middleton with it. He's defended by Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nembhard inside the 3-point line. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's Randall with the drive. Basket counts. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. To the paint. Bagley the pass to Nemhard. Middleton on the wing. He's defended by Randall. Shot's good by Middleton.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Now, here's Reed. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Randall, that's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Oh, Thompson, tough shot.
Boy, beautiful shot off contact. That is what you get with a bigger guard like Klay Thompson.
Randall outside. Pass to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Conley, the pass to Randall. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. The Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Edwards, he's checked in for Highland. Then for the Mavericks, Washington's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Najee Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Flagg subbed in for Williams. Middleton outside. Nemhard with it. Hasn't made one yet. Fades. Middleton can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Reed throws it down.
And Nasri not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
And so it's Dallas with following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Middleton against Reed. Over to the wing. Washington sets the pick for Flagg. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Randall no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Marshall. Middleton, a screen on McDaniel. Marshall can't hit. And Reed has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Washington kicks to Marshall. Will it go? Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 7. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Minnesota.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Now Randall, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Now Dosunmu. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Portland. Middleton outside. Pass to Washington. Middleton left side. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got 5 rebounds tonight.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Dosunmu finds Randall. Six on the shot clock. A fader. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Pass to Nembhard. Middleton up top. Another miss by Middleton.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now, here's McDaniels. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Portland.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Middleton after the basket by Minnesota. To end the drought. Another miss by Middleton.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
And then Reed slams it in.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. Mavericks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And the experience and consistency Middleton offers is valuable to this team. He's still such an important player.
Now here's Edwards. 14 points from him the last game against Portland. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
For the screen on Reed. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Dallas again missing.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This guy's a terrific mid-range shooter.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No scoring in this one. Reed finds McDaniel. Shot clock at 5. Over Marshall. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Mavericks trail by 10. And here is Marshall. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Gafford sets the pick for Middleton. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. In the corner, it's flat. Pass to Christie. And here is Gafford. Now Middleton. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now here's DiVincenzo. Hits it from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Flag. Over Edwards. Dallas again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gobert with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Portland.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Christie the pass to Gafford. Here's Middleton. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Middleton's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Middleton against Reed. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Flag. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 12. Reed finds DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game. Pass to Flag. Back to Middleton. Banked in off the glass. Middleton's got 14 points for the game.
A dominant quarter, but he needs some help.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed. DiVincenzo with the screen for Reed. From outside, off the mark.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Here's Middleton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, this guy's been a monster this quarter. His team has needed it.
Second team foul.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Find the lanes.
Dosumu's checked in.
One shot.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with the screen on Christie. Edwards against Christie. Edwards looking it over. And he hits the jump shot. 12 points for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Oh, it's Minnesota up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this.
Welcome, everybody. So far through the first 2 quarters, Julius Randle has really stood out.
Randle's rise has been impressive, from role player to budding star. And tonight he's putting on this entire arsenal that he's displayed is impressive.
Yeah, he stepped it up, that's for sure. Love seeing his hard work pay off.
Changing things up just a bit, let's catch a glimpse of the Western Conference standings at the moment.
You know, right now for Minnesota, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Big man on the floor for Milwaukee, Washington, and Gafford. Max Christie out there with Flag. And it's Marshall in at the 3. Randle from outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
P.J. Washington is unafraid to mix it up on the interior, and that dunk, that was emphatic.
And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
Now Flag back to Washington. Here's Christie. Takes the three. Gobert pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Shoots over Gafford. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Randall's got 22.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Marshall deciding where to go with it. Dallas moving the ball around. Lets the three fly. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Washington.
Well, P.J. Washington, so skilled at knowing when to rise and fire.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Back to you, Kevin.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks. Timberwolves leading by 9. Randall passes to Edwards. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now here's Randall. He's guarded closer. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Goes up from the top of the key. That's good from Edwards on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the calling card of the #1 selection in his draft class, Anthony Edwards, can flat score the basketball.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Dante DiVincenzo.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. From deep Washington. Rebound Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Gafford against Gobert. Randall outside. For 3, Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mavericks trail by 14. Marshall passes to Christie. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Out to the wing. Flag with it. There's the 3. Good on the triple. Flag's got 5.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
McDaniels outside. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here is Washington. He's got 11. Pass to Flag. Washington with the screen on DiVincenzo. And it's Flag missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Outside Edwards. McDaniels outside. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. No good with the triple. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Gafford against Gobert. Here's Flag, and Flag throws it down.
What a pretty pass by Daniel Gafford. This guy isn't just a rim pressure guy. He can do a lot of things.
Pass to DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Randle outside. He gets it in there. Randle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, guys, over the years, we've seen Randle become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
Pass to Christie. And here is Washington. Fires the three. And it's Flag missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11. DiVincenzo finds McDaniel. For three, Edwards. Edwards crashing in from outside.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low, here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Randle passes to DiVincenzo. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Edwards outside for Randle. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Randle's got 27.
Credit Julius Randle, off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
Pass to Flag. Back to Gafford. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
On the free throw, no good. You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
Mavericks trail by 13. Inside, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington. Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Now Conley. Scoreless thus far. Outside Edwards. Down low. Here's Gobert. And the rejection by Gafford.
Wow. A big body and not afraid to get physical. Daniel Gafford send it back.
Pass to Christie. Wants to get it to Gafford and does. Now, here's Washington. And Nemhard has it in the corner. From the baseline. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota leading by 13. And here's Conley outside. Tries again. And the rejection by Gafford.
Do not go up soft against Daniel Gafford. He will send it right back at you.
Pass to Washington. Now Gafford, covered by Conley. Christie the pass to Nemhard. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Minnesota shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Here's Gobert, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
How about the finish through contact by Rudy Gobert? Wow.
Here's Washington. For the screen on Randall. Washington, that's for 2. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Edwards got 11 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Nembhard. Still yet to score. Pass to Marshall. Fires the 3. Gobert pulls it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Conley feeling it out. And here's Gobert. Now here's the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Nembhard. For this screen on Conley. Nembhard for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nembhard with it. Pass to Gafford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
What you love about Daniel Gafford, he knows who he is. He's going to be a force in the painted area on both ends. He's going to take high percentage shots, and he doesn't mind the dirty work.
First free throw is good.
Boy, when you think about what Daniel Gafford brings to the floor, it's length, it's athleticism, it's the vertical threat at the rim. But for me, it's about grit and toughness, too.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Dallas also making some changes. Chris Middleton's checked in for P.J. Washington. Clyde comes in for Najee Marshall. That's Thompson in for Max Christie. Gafford cans them both. And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Pass to Juzang. And that one, good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, this is his prototypical shot. Klay Thompson from 3.
43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Juzang passes to Ingles. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. 6 to shoot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Juzang. He's covered by Thompson. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Reed with a screen on Thompson. From downtown. That one doesn't go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Bones Highland. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Bagley the pass to Middleton. Thompson outside. Thompson with the 3.
Well, the ability to rise and fire off the catch has defined Klay Thompson.
Randall outside. Pass to Reed. Outside Conley. Randall down low. Defended by Middleton. Conley's shot is off.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
And Thompson kicks to Middleton. Now Bagley. Thompson outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Now here's Conley. Randall from outside. And it's Flagg with the rebound. Flagg's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bagley the pass to Thompson. Now here's Bagley. Thompson outside. Shoots over Highland. Klay Thompson again. Thompson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Here's Randall. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Randall's got 29 in the game.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Nembhard finds Middleton. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Thompson for the triple. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards has checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Gafford's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He said, "This is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up." He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Middleton against Randall. On the wing, Dosunmu. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Mavericks trail by 9. Pass to Middleton. Thompson looking for an opening. His three-pointer's off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Reed finds Edwards. Over Thompson. Edwards, no good. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Drills the three-pointer. Thompson's got 17 now, just in the second half. Highland against Nembhard. Randall outside. For the 3. Edwards, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket for Middleton.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Thompson misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Outside Edwards. Shakes him. Edwards loves it in there.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Mavericks trail by 8. Now Nemhard. Thompson for 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. Dosunmu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to Highland. Angle with a screen for Highland. Over in the corner, Randall. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Bones Highland. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels kicks to Randall. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Marshall bring it up for the Mavericks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Dallas moving it around. The shot's good from Gafford. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds. And here's Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Gobert down low. Gafford's there. Yep, that one goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Wow, when Gobert can step out and hit that mid-range jumper, look out.
And Gafford throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
To the wing on the left. Randall down low. He's covered by Washington.
P.J. Washington sends it back. Folks, he can be an enforcer on that end.
Flag sets a screen for Washington. Pass to Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Flag. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here is Edwards. Three-pointer. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 5 assists in the game. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Dosunmu. Randall down low. Washington's on him. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Dante DiVincenzo. He is checked in for the Timberwolves. Mavericks trail by 9. Pass to Christie. And Marshall kicks to Washington. Christie against Edwards. There's the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Always love the intensity you get from Dante DiVincenzo. This guy is always ready to force the issue.
DiVincenzo taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
DiVincenzo has proven to be a guy, off the bench or as a starter, he will make an impact.
He hits the second from the line. Mavericks trail by 10. Flag with it. Marshall passes to Washington. Gobert against Gafford. Shot clock at 6 to the left side wing. Here's Flag. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Edwards with a physical finish inside.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Pass to Washington for the screen on Randall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connecticut cam. Washington sets the pick for Flag. Now Washington from deep. Edwards with the rebound. McDaniels in the post. Marshall defending. Here's Edwards. Let's lose a 3. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
And he hits the first of 3.
Well, you just watch Anthony Edwards continue to progress. This guy gets better and better every year.
And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Now Flag. Now here's Washington for the screen on Randall. Here's Gafford. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the very prototypical defensive anchor. This is what Rudy Gobert brings on a nightly basis.
Now DiVincenzo. Randall down low. Washington's on him. No stopping that baby hook on the fly.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And again, unable to change the momentum here. Timberwolves leading by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Minnesota.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Julius Randle.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. The three buries the long-range jumper.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
To the paint. Pass to Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas moving the ball around. For 3, Marshall. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
.24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nembhard against Conley. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
And here is Conley. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our